Hey folks, welcome back to Reus 2 and welcome back to Tapir Theta, or Tapir Theta, where we're working through our calm eras. So, last time we set the planet up and got started on our calm era here. We've got 50 eon left to play with and we're already at 64 of the 70 required by prosperity. Let's just place some stuff down. Let's expand our borders as much as we can in the direction we want and try to get the prosperity up and set up for the future. So our projects are done. The only thing left to work on is getting our prosperity up. That shouldn't be too hard. We do have some drafts available. We've done 2 taiga drafts, and we can get a savanna or a forest draft. I do think... Let's see. Who's got what prosperity? You've got 25. You've got 21. And you've got 20. So we'll do some work here in Northern Dune Citadel, I guess. Looks like they could use a little bit of science and a little bit of gold here. Right, so... in terms of... You know what? Hold on. My audio is a little bit on the high side there. There we go. So in terms of adjacencies, I know there was some stuff we had to still do here. So you need 2 plant biotica in the biome. You need another adjacent herbivore. And you need a mineral. So we need an herbivore here and a mineral here. Let's see what we have in the way of minerals. We have the amethyst. And we have the redstone. So we're going to have an herbivore here. Let's go ahead and slot down the amethyst. And then I think we do another savanna draft here and look for another herbivore. Let's see what we've got. So we got predator, scavenger. The white rhino is an herbivore. And so is the impala. All right. So this is a 2-star, which we can't use this era, but we can use the impala, and this will be available to us next era. So let's grab the white rhino here. And let's put the impala there, right for the zebra. There we go, there's that adjacency. Putting the impala there will also work for the zebra and the amethyst, so let's get that in place. Where's the impala? Here we go. Okay, very nice. And then we'd like to have them grow outward towards more... They're currently disinterested, but if we place 2 things here, they'll grow out this way. Let's see, we're at 66 prosperity. In terms of projects, we've maxed out the hunter here. In fact, I think we might hit... No, not quite. Okay. They definitely will grow faster in terms of prosperity from science and wealth. The hunter project is complete. Let's look at what other projects the huntress can do. We did pick up an emblem as well. So if we look at spirits and projects for the huntress, later on we probably want to go with the tavern here to get more gold. We have plenty of food already. So distinct animals within borders, 4 to 6. Let's take a look. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 already. So we know we want to place that rhino at some point. We'll need to get to a subsequent era to do that. What other animals do we have that we haven't placed down yet? The African wild dog. So if we have a pair of those out here, they actually benefit from being next to each other. These guys already have all their adjacencies. So let's put down a pair of African wild dogs out here. That gets us 5 distinct animals. And then we can place... if we need to, we can place an animal over here because I believe it's within borders for the project. Okay, they should expand out here. Now, we do have some micros available from emblems. Plus food. Plus food. Distinct plants within borders. Distinct animals within borders. So the animals micro definitely goes here. Let's let them expand out a little bit. And let's see. What are we most likely to keep here? I don't actually know. Probably the zebra, but I don't want to put a micro on him. Something close into home is fine. Let's put the huntress emblem on this impala. No, this gazelle. That'll get us a bunch of, like, 50 food, I think. Let's place that there. Okay. That's going to be big ups for Northern Dune Citadel here. They're going to be doing very well. They're at 25 now. This micro will push them a little bit higher in terms of food. There we go. That completes the calm era for us and sets us up well for the next era. And we have, what do we have? We have 30 Eon left. We have the ability to go maybe work on this Sage Town request. So they want 11 population, and we'd like them to grow as well. Let's see. They're content with biotica within borders, so we need to spend all 30, I think, here. Yeah, we need to fill in these 2 slots, and then fill in these 2 slots as well. That's 20 Eon that we could spend. We could buy another forest draft. We would then save this and this for next era. I think that's probably worth doing. We can spend 10 science for a draft charge. We have 14 saved up, so that precludes us from buying a microcharge or a border booster until we save up more. We could also go after like a creek or a mountain. I think for now we'll just fill this in. So let's take a look at their projects. Fruit picker. We want 4 fruit biotica within borders. We have blueberry, apple, and pear. So if we could get another fruit biotica within the borders, I guess we could put a fruit biotica here if we had one. Let's take a look. African violet. Egusi counts as fruit. Elephant grass. Yeah, you know what? Let's throw down the Egusi. The problem we're going to have here is we're not going to be able to get the root network until much later. The benefit of this. But we don't have another fruit. We could try to find something if we purchased another draft here. And maybe that's worth doing since we're trying to complete this. Getting some more options seems like a good thing. So let me buy this draft charge. And let's draft the forest. Alright. So paper mulberry is a science tree. We already have tin and squirrel, so the only thing we get out of this is the paper mulberry itself and kaolin, both of which are 2-star and we can't use till next era. Antimony comes with the white willow, and spectralite here comes with spinel, palace cat, and amber. So none of this is fruit. I think we might as well use a reroll here. There we go. The cherry tree seems good. That's 2 stars, but we could use that next era. Let's see. The beaver comes with the white mulberry and the white willow, neither which is fruit. Bamboo, palace cat, and pangolin. So, unfortunately, we can't use this cherry tree now. Do I use my last reroll here? I think I need to save 1. So none of this helps me with fruit except... Well, none of this gives me fruit I can use right now. So what do I want to use the most? Next era. I feel like more plants is better. Every plant gains bonus food from this guy. So we've got 1 plant here, the cherry tree, which does have fruit. 2 plants here. 1 plant here. Let's check your later projects. So next era... For the sage, cake baker, fruit biotica, gets 240. We're not going to have ocean plants. Yeah, all right. So we'll go for the cherry tree for now. That's going to be helpful next era. It is fruit, so we'll take it. We can't use either of those things right here, which means I think we do place... this... Egusi and worry about the adjacencies at a future time. Then we come over here. That gets us 4 fruit. So this should go up to 120 here. Yeah, that's at 120. Very nice. Okay. All right. We want to place some more plants if we can. What do we not have planted yet? We've got the pear, blueberry. I don't think we have the ash. We did an apple tree. We can't place a cherry tree yet. So we can place the ash tree. This gets us 20 food and 15 science. We should be thinking about adjacencies here. What else can we place that we don't have? The red deer, that seems nice. Because in terms of animals, we only have the squirrel. So all of these animals we could place down here. Red deer gets us 25. Squirrel gets us 10, but plus a biodiversity if it's adjacent to a tree, which we do have the pear tree here. We have a couple trees. Stoat is gold, rabbit is raw food. So I think red deer and squirrel makes sense. Let's go squirrel. And then let's go red deer. Okay, that gets us to 4 biodiversity. We have 1 slot left. And 20 Eon. Let's take a look. They're still disinterested, so now we put 2 more here to get them interested. And I don't know what that would be. I mean, we want 5 more population. Unfortunately, we don't have a good draft to do here. So I guess we go with the plant here, because at least that gets us some bonus food. So we'll put down the ash tree. And then what minerals do we have here? Tin, mossy stone, mossagate. Tin gets us 30 if adjacent to a plant, so let's go with tin. That's the highest adjacency. That'll get us a bunch of science here, which will push our prosperity up, which is good. It just doesn't get us to this city request this era. We do have a micro as well. Plus 8% food for each distinct plant within borders. So once they grow out here, we'll have more distinct plants within borders. And we should have more biodiversity as well. There we go. Okay. So now we want the plant with the highest food on it. This is 20 food. Or is it... It's anything with food on it. Alright, so 20 food, 25 food. Red deer is the current leader. Pear tree is the leader at 45. Apple tree is the leader at 90. Yeah, alright. So we're going to throw this micro on the apple tree. That's going to juice this from 90 up to, what? 126. So 36 additional food from that one micro. That's not bad, right? All right, that pushes us to 17, so we're close. We're close here. We can settle this next era when we get access to some 2-star slots, I think. We can lock in some legacies and place some better stuff. So should we put a little... We've got 10 Eon left. Maybe we put a little work into the Huntress town here. She needs more wealth and more population. Let's take a look. So she's well expanded out into the savannah here. We could throw some wealth generation into Taiga. But next era, they're going to start expanding again. So I think it makes more sense to place like one thing here, and then maybe... I'd prefer them to expand out as well. So maybe we'll just place some temptations with our last couple of era, and then worry about these city requests in the next era. So let's see, what do you have? You could use some food and wealth, it looks like. All right, what do we have to put in a taiga slot that's got a bunch of food in it, or wealth? Let's see. Plants for the taiga. We could put down the carrot. It won't be adjacent yet. In terms of taiga food, caribou gains 25 food, because our rugged's at 10. That seems pretty good. 25 food seems great. We can't put the snowshoe hare yet. But it's going to want to be adjacent to mineral biotica. So we have minerals over here. We can put that within borders next time. Yeah, let's throw a caribou here, I think. Try and tempt them to expand the way we want them to. And then over here, what do you guys need? You're going to need population and wealth. So anything we can place out here for you to expand to that's population or wealth seems good. What about minerals here? We've got amethyst. That gets 20 gold. 10 gold and 50 science from redstone. We do have an animal here. I think we just go amethyst maybe? Wait, do we already have an amethyst? We already have an amethyst. We want to think about biodiversity too. I can't place the spinel yet. What about the redstone? Do we have any redstone? We do not, so that adds some diversity. Alternatively here, I think animals, we've got everything. Yeah, we've placed everything we can. Except the white rhino. And then plants. Plants we don't have a lot of here. So now we have the agusi here. This benefits if there are at least 2 biotica in this row. Oh, so I guess that is benefiting from, like, over here. Because the plants would have to be... Which plants is it talking about? There's a pear tree. And there's a fir. So I guess it spans the entire planet when it talks about rows. That's really interesting. I didn't think this would get the adjacency bonus. Okay. Let's resume thinking about biodiversity here. I think it is plant time. So what do we want? We put down the agusi. We could go for African violet. Plus 5 gold and 1 biodiversity if adjacent to a bioticum with base gold. I think the African wild dog counts there. Having more biodiversity is always handy. So even though it's low output of raw gold, the biodiversity is nice. We could put in elephant grass here, which would be adjacent to 2 animals. Actually, is there a better slot for that? We do have a lot of animals. No, there's not. So we could get it adjacent to up to 4 animals if we place that there. And then the okra gives food and biodiversity if adjacent to a mineral. The dog's whining is a little... like, you shouldn't put that out too much. Well, we know we want population and gold here, so I think it's either the African violet or the okra. I think they're both nice. But I think we'll go... We're going to have to expand twice to get a mineral in here for the okra. Whereas the violet gets its benefit right away. So I think we'll do this. And there's the end of our era. We've got a 3-star calm era. We've seeded the planet well and prepared things for the next era. I think we're in a good spot here. We'll be able to complete these 2 city requests next time. All right, let's go on to calm era number 2. So what did we pick up here? A reroll, a draft charge, a micro charge. Not bad. Now, we've already completed Castles and Knights at 3 stars. We completed Damn Plague at 3 stars. We already knew what we were going for. I just wanted to see what the options were. So, let's see. 80 prosperity, 125 prosperity, 175 prosperity. Okay, that's fine. Let's go for Calm Era 2. All right. So we got some upgrade charges. Let's see how we're doing on... expansion. Are you guys expanding anywhere? You're not expanding out here yet. Or are you? Yes, you are. Excellent. Okay. So our preparations have worked. What about you guys? You're not quite ready to expand yet, it seems. Many biotica within borders. Yeah, if we place one more, they'll come out here. All right. So things are looking good. You guys expanded out to the caribou. Very nice. All right. What do we got? We got 90 Aeon to work with. And we want to get to... We've already completed 80. Our 2 stars 125. And our 3 stars 175. All right, all right, all right. So we've got a draft charge available. And we already know we're pretty close to completing the Sage Town. Why don't we focus in there to start? So, I think we looked at this. We want you to do the cake baker, right? So we're going to unlock that. We can now place the cherry tree, if we can find a good place to put it. Seems like this is the slot to upgrade, because it'll lock in the 25 from the red deer. When you lock in legacy by upgrading, you don't get adjacencies. So this would be 10 science... 25 science and 20 food. We wouldn't get any of these adjacencies or that. I guess we could lock in the 30 food here with rich ground. But let's see what we don't want to give up. We don't really want to give up the fruit. We want more fruit. So I think we're going to upgrade the red deer here. Now, the thing we could do, we'll lose 1 biodiversity, which isn't great. We'll only get 5 food here. But yeah, I think this is the patch to upgrade, for sure. Let's see. These guys finished their request just now. So we can get the bonus on the cake baker, and then I think we're done with them for a while. So yeah, let's start by upgrading this. Upgrade this patch, lock in the deer and the squirrel's base outputs. I think that's fine. And then we'll throw down the cherry tree. And it gains benefit for each different adjacent bioticum type, animal, plant, and mineral. So, there's an animal booster there. We're not going to have a mineral, I don't think. Yeah, there's no way for us to get a mineral. Well, actually, if we placed it there, we lose the animal booster slot, but then we get mineral, plant, and we could put an animal there. I think that's worth doing. I think plus 50% on an animal, like, we don't have great animals here. Whereas the cherry tree gets plus 50 and it gets tagged fruit. So we can actually finish our fruit maker thing just by placing the cherry tree here. Because it'll get 2 extra fruit. Yeah, that completed the cake baker. So we don't even need to place an animal there for right now. Although I probably should, right? You have the legacy of the squirrel. What else can we place there? I'm not sure what we place here. It would be an animal. But are we going to do another forest draft? I don't think so. Maybe I'll just... Well... Maybe I'll... No, there's such a good bonus from the cherry tree. And we might want to put a micro on there too. I think we will put down an animal here. So the question is what? Red deer, squirrel, stoat, or rabbit? So if we're just going for raw food, it's got to be the red deer, right? That's the highest output. However, the squirrel will get us biodiversity, which we might need in a later era. And the stoat would not get us anything because it wouldn't be adjacent to another critter. So it's either the squirrel or the red deer here. Let's see, the cake baker is done. What is your next project next to era? The sushi bar, plant and fish, cafe, distinct bioticum that has a base food yield, and jam maker. Each food and fruit biotica. It's probably going to be... It's probably going to be jam maker, right? So it sort of doesn't matter. I think since our gold is so low... Well, we don't get the bonus. I think we go for the biodiversity here. Like an extra... What is this? 43... We need 2 more food to reach the next population. And then the rest of the food from the red deer won't push us over. So let's go with the squirrel here, I think. And then in terms of them expanding next era, We can place one thing here at the edge of their borders. What do you get? Not a lot. Let's place one thing here so that they expand outwards. What's the best thing we can place for them? They get benefits from fruit. We don't really need animals. Like getting some gold would be good for them. It would really juice their they would juice their wealth up. Let me hold off on that. We'll come back to that later. All right. Let's think about the Huntress town over here. You need food and wealth. What project can you do here? We were talking about doing the tavern, right? Yeah, let's get the tavern up. The tavern, we need more distinct animals within the borders. Okay. And that's a trade mission. We did set this up to entice them to expand the way we want them to. If we get one more item over here, they should expand the way we want them to. So we need another animal, I think. If we look at the animals here, we wanted, that's right, we wanted to place the white rhino. Yeah, the white rhino is going to be fantastic. So, how do we do that? Distinct set of plant and herbivore in the biome, and plus 60 gold of adjacent to at least 2 plant biotica. So, the wild dogs kind of make that tricky. You know what? They're not that great. We could lock them in. Well, yeah, they're not that great. What do you benefit? From plants? I don't have a lot of plants here. I've got the okra. That's about it. I might need to replace these dogs. So this dog is pretty good because it's adjacent to the prey and the pack. This dog, not so much. So if we upgrade this slot, we lock in 20 gold and lose 20 gold. But then we can put down, like, the rhino here, and then... No, the rhino goes here, and then plants here and here, and we get the full benefits. These guys aren't herbivores either. I think that's the play. We're gonna upgrade this slot, lose the dogs, and plop in the rhino. And then a couple plants. Alright, so Rhino goes here. Unfortunately, this is a mineral booster, not a plant booster. But Rhino goes there. And then, do we have a level 2 plant here? We do. We have the yam. The yam gains extra 2 food for each science and adjacent plants. So realistically, we're not going to get that. So this only becomes 20 food for us. Yeah, you don't have any science. I guess we could put like a science micro there and then you'd get a small benefit. But I think we go yam here and then something else over here. Is it elephant grass, maybe? The okra is not going to be adjacent to a mineral bioticum. It's going to be adjacent to... Whatever we put here is going to be adjacent to an animal and a plant, an African violet. A goosey, we get the benefit. Base gold, I don't think we have... Yeah, I'm just not really able to operate this super well. Wow. What do you want? You want to be adjacent to science? Yeah, I don't have a great option here. So what gives me the most food or wealth? This gives me up to 10 gold. This gives me 15 food. This gives me 15 food if I place a mineral. We can get... If I place another... I can't place another yam. It's just rough. All right, I think we need to do a savanna draft here. And we're looking for... Okay, you've already got grazer. And 4 sets of plants and herbivores in the biome. I think we need another plant here. No, we can put pretty much whatever we want here that's 1 star. Alright. We're looking for food and gold. Soda ash. Get us 15 food. Wildebeest requires 2 stars. Yeah, this is expensive stuff. Sour gum seems really strong. But does it come with anything I can use now? It does not. Secretary bird. It's kind of the same problem. Umbrella thorn acacia comes with barley and nickel. The barley is nice. But the problem is, what do I probably need to take one of these 3-star guys, right? I do have some rerolls. So I'd love to get my hands on the barley. It can also be used in the savannah, or rather the desert. We don't have desert on this planet, we have savannah. Alright, so this is science and food. Like, the food on the barley is nice, but I don't think I can afford to take this. Secretary bird, we'd love, has food and gold. You can get the parakeet here for some gold. The wildebeest. And the serval. Like, this is a pretty good pick right here for next era. We could maybe do the wildebeest now. The parakeet's pretty good. And then next era we have the secretary bird and the serval. The sorghum seems pretty amazing. All undergrowth biotica on the planet gain 30%. But we don't have a lot of undergrowth biotica, unfortunately. We've gone mostly into fruit. Cohorts include yam, we already have. Red oat, which seems pretty strong. And the oryx later down the line. And then the Titan's Graveyard is science and mystery. Yeah, it's a lot of science base in this. So I'm torn. It's either going to be the secretary bird or the sorghum. And I don't think we get the benefit from the world growth here. We don't have a lot of undergrowth on the planet. So I think I'm going secretary here, which means I'm either placing down a wildebeest or a parakeet. So the other level 2 slot was here where we placed the yams. I don't think we do that. If we put a level 2 slot here, we have 4 charges, so we can afford to. We could lock in some of this. We lock in some of this. I think we lose the 5 gold and the biodiversity on the legacy. So it's 20 food, 5 gold, I guess. That's not a bad lock-in. And in terms of them moving out, yeah, we need 2 things here. I think this is worth doing. I think I'm going to upgrade this. I love that there's just a random rhino wandering around there. Okay, so these become 2-star slots. You lost your adjacency. Or you never had an adjacency. So now we want to place the wildebeest. It gains benefits if adjacent to a herd bioticum. Which the white rhino is. So yeah, wildebeest goes here. Okay. And then you need another plant. Yeah, we got our benefit from you. You need another plant here. So what do we have that's a 2-star plant? Just the yams? Alright, sure. Get me some more yams. That's fine. Alright, now these guys should expand outward here now. There we go. Okay. Very good. We've got 60 Eon left. We need to get to 175 prosperity on the planet. Once these guys expand outward, their things should go up quite a bit. There we go. That's a ton of food. Okay. That gets me to 143 prosperity. Their tavern's maxed. Okay, so now we're going over to the miner town. They want technology here and wealth. They have the minerals they need, but they don't have any technology or wealth. So, gotta work on that. How are they feeling for expansion? They're disinterested. Okay. And then their Stonecutter's Legacy, that's locked in. Their second project is available. We want science and wealth for them. What can we do? So gem biotica, element biotica, or metal. We double the metal science. Let's see what we actually have right now. So we have element, two elements, three elements, one gem. That's 4 elements. Yeah, it seems like element is the way to go here. So let's get that started. The statue. All right, let's unlock that. And then the statue is at 4. So if you get one more element biotica within borders, we get the bonus 60 gold and 60 science. All right. And it's not distinct, right? Yeah, it's not. Okay. Let's look at what we have available here in terms of open slots. We've got 3 slots available. We have 3 upgrade charges. We've got some micros as well. So the caribou here, I'm not sure. I think we would lock in the 25 if we upgraded this slot. Let's see what we actually want to do here before we start upgrading things. In terms of element, what do we have? So we have the fir tree and the carrot. Neither of those count. None of these animals count, I don't think. For minerals, we already have labradorite, tin, agate, stone, and copper, I think. What we don't have yet is the tourmaline, which does count as an element. Gains plus 35 gold for each distinct critter in the bioticum. We don't have any critters. Do we have critters we can place? Squirrel we could place. Stoat we could place. Rabbit we could place. So we could get up to 3 benefits. I don't like that they took this. How many slots do we actually have? We have 1, 2, 3. All right, so where do I want to place... Where do I get the most benefit from placing the tourmaline? It's a gem, but it's also an element. Does anybody have an unfulfilled adjacency? You want to be adjacent to critters. Okay, that works out, actually. That actually works out, because we want to put 2 critters. All right, so we'll put the tourmaline here, which means we're gonna get the legacy for the caribou. All right. Let's upgrade this slot. I am curious. Do we get the full 25 here? It's not. You don't get adjacencies, but maybe you get like bonuses. Okay, this has a gold bonus booster slot, and we are getting 25 from the caribou legacy. Okay. Now, we're placing this, so we might as well place it right there, right? Yeah, we'll get a nice benefit. Not enough biodiversity to place tourmaline. What do we need? 3? Okay, let's place our critters down then. That'll get us... What do we want? Squirrel, stoat, and rabbit? We want wealth, so we definitely want the stoat. And it wants to be adjacent to another critter. You get benefits from being adjacent to a tree. I don't think we have a tree. Not that you can be adjacent to, anyway. And you just output random food. Alright. Oh, the snowshoe hare counts as a critter. And gains benefits if adjacent to... Yeah. I think we want this as well. So we need to upgrade another patch here. Yeah, I think we upgrade this patch, lock in the gate, and get 2 slots here. Okay. Now we can place the snowshoe here. And you want to be adjacent to minerals, right? Okay, so I got to make sure I get the adjacencies right here. So the tourmaline goes there and needs just critters in the bioticum. So the tourmaline we can place just fine. Now, you need to be adjacent to 2 minerals, which you could be there on the super bonus booster slot, because you'd be adjacent to the labradorite and the copper. Yes. Let's place you here. Okay. Very nice. Now, we need more animals and more elements. You want to be adjacent to this critter, right? And you want to be adjacent to 2 critters. So the stoat goes here. That gets our biodiversity to 4, 5. Now we can place... the tourmaline here. And we have 2 more level 2 slots to play with. And 2 draft charges. So we might be going after another tiger draft here to figure out what to put in these 2 slots. I think we need another element. I'm not sure. Let's check. No, we've got the 5 element. Excellent. All right. So let's consume all this wealth. Okay. We've got the 15 wealth, so now we need 9 more technology to complete this. We've got 45 air to work with, so we want some science stuff now for the taiga. Let's do a taiga draft and look for science. Okay. You're 2-star, but your raw gold output and your biodiversity cost is high. We have 4 biodiversity right now. We can get a little bit more. Sulfur could work. Plus 50 science and plus 1 rugged for each distinct predator bioticum. I don't think we have any predators. Actually, stoat counts as predator. We could squeeze another predator in here. I think we have another one. The skunk counts as a predator, but he costs a biodiversity. That would take us down to 3. So we could place the sulfur, and we get plus 100 science from the Hell Aura benefit. So this would give us 150 science. The Sequoia costs 8. That's not going to happen. It's 3 stars, so we can't place it this era anyway. Comes with the Black Bear, the Red Cardinal, and the Rowan. Not great for science, any of this. Like, the Sequoia itself would be, but we can't use it this era. Siberian Tiger requires 12. That's ridiculous. It's very powerful. We've had it before, but it's not the one for us. And then Platinum requires 10. Outputs a ton of gold. Comes with things we don't need. So it looks like we're going after the silver here, primarily for the sulfur. And I guess the peat? So we want to place the sulfur and we want to place another predator. We could get another taiga draft, but I think we want to save that for next era. So where does it make the most sense to place the skunk? 4 patches away from the closest city gets extra gold. So let's see, the closest city, 1, 2, 3, 4. We could place it there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We could place it there as well. So the skunk sort of doesn't matter. What about the sulfur itself? It doesn't seem to care about where it is. It just has to go in a level 2 slot. All right, so let's throw down the sulfur, I guess, here. And then we'll throw the skunk over here. Let's see what that does for us. We have some micros available as well. And some more Eon. What does that get us to? That gets us to 18. We need 7 more science. That's going to be rough. We can get them to expand, I think. Yeah, if we place something over here, they'll expand out this way. I think we do need another planet expander here. We need another expansion charge. Yep. Let's expand the planet. There we go. All right, that gives us more room for this city to grow the way I wanted it to. Let's go ahead. We've got our skunk here. We want more science stuff in the taiga. Biodiversity's at 6. Rugged's at 17. Do we have any... What do we have that we could put down? The peat, if adjacent to undergrowth, puts out some science. The tin, if adjacent to a plant. The stone, if adjacent to base science. So what do we have here? The tourmaline and the skunk. Copper puts out quite a lot. If we can get one more... Do we still have copper? We have copper, and it's outputting 100, which is crazy. Oh, yeah. The second copper costs 7. How can we increase the biodiversity? And do we want to burn it on copper here? Silver gets outputs gold. We already did the sulfur. Could I do a second sulfur? It doesn't seem like it costs any biodiversity. This one's kind of tough because I think we just do something simple like the peat here and then an undergrowth bioticum. None of that counts as undergrowth. What do I have plant-wise? I have the rowan tree, the fir tree, and the carrot. Carrot counts as undergrowth. I mean, we can throw this down for now and then just get some peat in here. Just to get them to expand a little bit, get a little bit more science out of that. And then we got to look at micro slots. So who's got more science for me? Oh, this is good. One star or lower biotica, plus 10% science. They should be coming out to expand now? Yeah, okay. Let's get that taken care of. So we need the 1-star biotica with the highest science that we can put that micro on. Okay. Let's take a look. This tin has 30. The copper has 100. Yeah, it's got to be the copper, right? So this... Yeah. This goes on here. Let's see that happen. Alright, that got me another 60 science. Is that enough to... I don't think that's enough to get to 25. Yeah, we need quite a bit more science here. Could draft the taiga one more time. We need 3 more prosperity as well. Are you guys not close to doing, like... I guess statue was your thing. How can I get them 4 more technology? I'd have to do another draft, right? Because we're full now. Yeah, we've got everything here. Oh, they expanded over here. Oh, you know what? We can put some science crap in here, I guess. Forest minerals. That's 30 science, potentially. That's 20. What do we have? We could draft science out of the forest, maybe? We could try. That's 15. Yeah, there's no science animals. We don't have a lot of good stuff for the... We don't have a lot of good stuff for the forest. The cherry tree is kind of the only good thing we have. I I think we do this. I think we use our last draft here on the forest and look for something sciencey. So antimony would be great. The white willow would be good. Let's see. Adjacent bioticum that has a base science yield. So that would only be... Yeah, these two don't make the best combo with just 2 slots. Coal seems like it'd be very strong. Comes with ginkgo and feldspar. This might be the one. South China tiger. Oh, there's the harmony tag we were looking for. But 8 biodiversity. How much biodiversity do we have here? We have 5 biodiversity in the forest right now. I don't think South China tiger is what we want. The maple tree could be pretty good. Comes with the ginkgo and the white willow. And the musk deer. This could be pretty good. Coal seems pretty great as well. With feldspar and ginkgo next era. We could use the feldspar right now. We could get at max 60 science out of it. What's the highest, what's the best science we could do right now? We can't do this maple tree. White willow could at most be 25 science. Can't do the ginkgo right now. This feldspar could get me to 60. This antimony could get to 60. Yeah, you know what? I think we go with the antimony here. Because we can place down the antimony, the white willow, and some other science thing. Which might tempt them to expand the wrong way, but it gets me a bunch of science. Or should I prioritize getting something better for the next era? Like, this is much better for the next era. The coal, the feldspar, the ginkgo. Like, this is a better choice for our 3rd era. As is the maple tree, for that matter, which comes with the ginkgo, the musk deer, the white willow. Like, both of these are better choices long term. Like, we put these trees next to each other. Oh my god, it's 52 minutes into the recording. I didn't realize how long this had gone. Yikes. Okay. I have to make a decision here. I'd love to get coal down, but I just don't think I can get the biodiversity. Even getting 7 for maple tree is going to be tough, but I think this is the better choice for the next era. So we're going to unlock that for now. And we'll come back and wrap up this era next episode. I didn't realize how long I'd been playing. So yeah, we're going to try to get 4 more technology in here. We can easily get, we have enough Eon to get 3 more prosperity to get the 3-star comm era. We can do that probably just with micros. So there's plenty of stuff we're doing here. Working on comm era 2. I lost track of time, so I got to wrap up. Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. That's kind of it for this time. Thanks, as always, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. When we come back next time, we'll work on our comm era 2 and comm era 3. See you then. Take care.